What's up, YouTube? Honeybee here, bringing you a new Mortal Kombat 11 CEO pool update and breakdown video. I did release a video not too long ago talking about the pools and stuff, but they have shifted since then, so I kind of felt like I should make an update video because the pools are quite different right now, and I actually realized that we can actually make some interesting predictions when we look through the brackets on smash.gg. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pools first, and then we're going to move over to some actual predictions down the line. It's going to be kind of interesting, and I like to do this kind of thing. Alright, so here we are on the Mortal Kombat 11 pools. I'll leave a link in the description below. We already went over this in the last video, but pools have changed. I'm not going to go over everything in super detail because that takes quite a while. I do want to move on to some smash.gg stuff that I think is kind of cool. So with that said, let's take a quick look through some of these pools. A1, who do we have in A1? Shark Teeth and Silver Eye are like the two big names in A1. A2 has Hayate, that's the big name, and then I also see Jackal here. A3 has Big D, who's the big name here. Zach Rob's here as well, and he's like a top strong player in on the West Coast, and the homie Zach is here too. I think he's gonna do well in this tournament. A4 we have Katana Prime, that's the big name here, with a tie as well. Those are the big guys. A5, the boy Crumbs here, but the big name here is 100% SONICFOX. I don't think he'll be sent to losers that early in the tournament. He'll probably make it out easily. B1 has Deoxys as the big name here. Fatal, I think, is actually hella Larry, so shout outs to him. Saltface is here too, but most likely Deoxys will be making it out in winners. Just for those of you that don't know, 3 people make it out of each pool, 1 in winners and 2 in losers. So keep that in mind for later on in the video. B2 has Beyond Toxin. I believe he's the big name here. I think. Nikki is here as well. Those are the big guys. B3 has Coach Steve is the big name here. Jur is here too. B4 has Waz being the top seed of this bracket. And let's move over. B5 has Alcatraz and Get Wrecked in this one. Those are the main dudes here. C1, the boy Chicken Joe's here. Decay's here. Combat is here. He's like the big name top seed of this pool, I'm sure. C2 has Chris G is here. Problem X is here. Rewind is definitely the top seed of this pool, I believe. C3, NINJAKILLA, top seed over here. Magician, also very notable player to look out for. Has the potential to upset NINJAKILLA, but most likely NINJAKILLA will be making out winners of that pool. C4 has Filipino Man, but the big name is 100% Scar over here. Trey Pound's here too. Scar was actually not in the pools in the last video. He was a late reg, and then they had closed registration, and then they reopened it. So now Scar's in, and he's properly seated in his bracket. C5 Dizzy is definitely the top seed here. Justin Wong is here. Fulato's here as well. C6 has Grills, and Samij is definitely the top seed of that pool. D1, Too Easy. I think he might be the top seed. MIT is here as well. He actually posted on Twitter recently about how he's basically dropping Mortal Kombat and focusing on I think it was BlazBlue instead, BB Tag or something like that. So MIT's here. Still don't sleep on him, but it seems like he hasn't really been practicing this game as much recently. Who are the big name? Tweety. Tweety is the top seed of D2. D3 Forever King, top seed over here. Michelangelo is another strong player to look out for. I see Sickness is actually going, some Cuban guy. That's a fairly strong pool over here. D4 has Nubcakes and Tekken Master. That's pretty interesting. Both two very strong players. Tekken Master didn't actually go to Combo Breaker, but he will be at CEO, and he might do really well. Destroyer is here in D5 with King Gambler as well as the top seed, I believe. E1 Compros. Oh, Gur. Gur is the top seed over here. I skipped his name at first, so those are the two guys looking out for. E2 has Foxy as a top seed. And this is actually a pretty interesting pool because Crazy is here as well, and he's a strong player. And I see Perfect Legend is actually in this pool as well. E2 is actually one of my more anticipated pools because Perfect Legend doesn't go to that many tournaments, it seems. It doesn't seem like he competes that often. I haven't really seen him play like other top players in this game yet. And Perfect Legend and Foxy, I believe, are both playing Kung Lao, at least to some degree. They both play Kung Lao. So if they were to Kung Lao mirror, that would be a hype match to see for sure. I hope it happens. E3 has myself here, Quiggle, who is SONICFOX's brother, Mystify, Samija's girlfriend. Newbie is here as well. Trap Hustler is here. I've seen his name around as well. So not too shabby of a pool, if I do say so myself. Gross is here in E4. Oh, actually, you know what sucks? I just realized this is happening at the same time my pool's happening, so I might not even be able to see that unfold, unless it's like stream matches and you gotta wait and stuff. But I hope I see that match if it happens. Anyways, Gross is here, so that's interesting. And Star Charger is also here, but Gross is the top seed of this pool. E5 has DJT as most likely the top seed, yeah. And Vendetta is here as well. G1 has Cosner here, Deg here, Kevo is here, most likely as the top seed, I believe. I think he got 17th at Combo Breaker, maybe 13th. It might be 13th or 17th, one of the two. I want to say 17th. I think he lost to Big D, and I got 17th. I think. Anyways, G2 has Infinity here, Ominous is here. Mike Metroid's here. I'm not 100% sure if Infinity or if Ominous, which one is the top seed, but it might be Ominous as the top seed, I think. Here Goichi is here. It's really cool to see him competing. He competed in MK11 at Combo Breaker, but he also entered MK11 at CEO, so that's nice to see. Oh, Daddy is here. Buffalo is here too. So they might actually Sub-Zero mirror, potentially, if they fight each other in tournament. I'm not too sure of anyone else, really. Ludi's here, too. G4 has Dragon as the 100% top seed of this pool. And Tsunami is here as well. G5 has Bio here as the top seed. And who else is here? Romanova's here, Skeezer's here as well. And G6 has Burrito Voorhees as the top seed, I believe. And Mary Luna's here. And NINJAKILLA is here. So those are the pools that we're looking at so far. I just pointed out all like the main names. Obviously, there could be upsets, and it's always great to see upsets throughout tournaments. It's great to see people kind of come out of nowhere and just surprise you and just do really well. But as it stands, those are the names that currently stand out to me. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to smash.gg and actually take a look at some of the predictions on that website. Alright, so here we are on smash.gg for the tournament brackets for CEO. As you can see right now, I'm in the Mortal Kombat 11 section on CEO 2019 Fighting Game Championships smash.gg. If we go to the pools though, as you can see, like pool A1, all the pools that I was just going over, it says here brackets are not yet published. Come back, check back soon. So we can't actually like see what any of these pools look like. We can't see who has to fight who in what pool, but if we go to outside of pools, there's 4 blocks here, and essentially each block, only one person in that block is going to be making like top 8 on the winner side and top 8 on the loser side. The loser side, it kind of mixes up though based on who you lose to at what point. So looking at the loser side for like bracket predictions is usually like way harder to do. So we're just going to look at winner side of each of these 4 blocks, and in each block, one person from each block will be in the top 8 winners of the tournament. And what's interesting is if you click here, see how these brackets aren't filled. If you do projected though, it'll fill it in based on the seeding. So as you can see here, these are the people that they expect to make it out of each pool. So Silver Eye is in A1. We can't look at the A1 pool, but they predicted that Silver Eye would make it out because he's the top seed. So under these assumptions, we can kind of like determine who is going to be fighting who at what point in the tournament, and we'll know that one person out of these guys would would be making top 8 on the winner side, assuming that these guys are the ones to make it out of their pools in winners. So with that said, Silver Eye versus Deoxys would be the first match outside of pools, assuming they both win. Deoxys is seated above Rye in the overall standings, which is why he's actually predicted to win. Combat is expected to fight Too Easy, and he's predicted to beat him because he's a higher seed, and Combat's also a higher seed than Deoxys, mainly due to winning the North America Online East tournament, where he gained a bunch of points and it really pushed him up in the seeding. So they have Combat making it like into winners, top 24, at which point he would actually fight whoever wins here, which would be Tweety according to the seeding. If we're gonna go by like my predictions and stuff, so I'm going to just assume that the people that make it out in winners are the predicted people. And with that said, like Rye versus Deoxys, I would currently have Deoxys taking it over Rye. Combat versus Too Easy, I think Combat would take it. Hayate versus Toxin, I believe Hayate would take that. And then Rewind versus Tweety, I think Rewind would take it, which means at this point we would have a Deoxys versus Combat situation where I think Deoxys would win personally, and we would have a Hayate versus Rewind situation if it goes by how I predict it would happen. And a Hayate versus Rewind, that really could go either way. I think part of me wants to kind of say, though, that I feel like Hayate would win, and then Hayate would then fight Deoxys for top 8 winners, assuming this all happens. I hope you guys can follow along to what I'm saying here. But if that were to happen, and if Hayate were to fight Deoxys for top 8 winners, as you can see, if we move like to the next section, this is like the bracket that we're looking at right now for H1. They predict Combat and Tweety, but I'm saying that I'm predicting Deoxys and Hayate. But if that were to happen, what's interesting is I believe Deoxys actually beat Hayate at Combo Breaker, and to make top 8 on the loser side, and then he also beat him at like a tournament at DreamHack Dallas. I think he beat him twice at that tournament. So as far as tournament goes, Deoxys has Hayate's number, so most likely Deoxys would win, but part of me just feels like Hayate can take it. So my pick to make top 8 winners from this group of people is going to be Hayate for this. I kind of want them to have, they had fantasy brackets like way back when where you could actually like predict stuff like this, and you could like buy players for certain like fake money. It was really cool, but I don't think they have fantasy brackets, unfortunately, for this. But I'm making my own fantasy bracket right now. If we look at the next block, which is this one, only one person, I actually tweeted about this, only one person out of these 8 people, assuming that all these 8 people win their pools and make it out on winner's side, only one person from these 8 people would actually be able to make top 8 on the winner's side. I think Big D would beat Coach Steve, although, you know, it could go either way, but I think Big D would beat Coach Steve. NINJAKILLA versus King, I think NINJAKILLA would take it there. Katana Prime versus Waz, I feel like Waz would take it there. And then SONICFOX versus Get Wrecked, I think Sonic would take it. So as far as these predictions go, I'm in agreement with what the system is predicting based on seeding. At which point here, Big D would fight NINJAKILLA and Waz would fight Sonic. I do believe that Sonic would beat Waz. And I actually, sorry Big D, if you're watching this, I would prefer for NINJAKILLA to fight Big D just because for the main event of SONICFOX versus NINJAKILLA in tournament would 100% happen if SONICFOX were to make it to top 24 winners, and if NINJAKILLA were to make it to top 24 winners. They would fight each other in this area. See here, they say it's Big D versus Sonic, but this would be NINJAKILLA if he beats Big D. They would have to fight here, and one of them would make top 8 on the winner side. Obviously, whoever loses is still in the tournament, but right now we're just going to be predicting the winners' paths. So I'm going to say that Big D loses to NINJAKILLA, and then NINJAKILLA fights Sonic, at which point one of them fights for top 8, and I'm just going to say that SONICFOX beats NINJAKILLA for top 8. So my prediction for who makes top 8 on the winner side from this is SONICFOX, but I really want to see him fight NINJAKILLA, and if NINJAKILLA were to beat SONICFOX, that would be hype, and it would be cool to see either way. Here we have my actual block here. So my block has Gur, Kevo, Foxy, Ominous. Ominous was the top seed from his pool. Myself, Daddy, being Buffalo, Scar, and Tekken Master. So I have the Combo Breaker champion in my path. Obviously, like, I'm just gonna say that, yeah, I'll make it in I'll make it through and make it in winners, in which case, like, I would have to most likely beat Buffalo. Honestly, Tekken Master could beat Scar. I don't even know what to expect from him at this point. But if we assume that Scar wins, I would fight Scar at this point. Let's say I beat Scar, which, you know, it could happen. Then I would fight whoever makes it from this side. And from whoever from this side, at the moment, I do feel like Foxy is most likely to be making it through here. I do think Foxy will beat Ominous. Gur versus Kevo. I feel like Kevo could take Gur, but I feel like Gur will most likely win, with like Kevo potentially being able to beat him. And then, like, I think this would happen here. A Foxy versus Gur match. I kind of feel like Foxy would be able to take it there too. So yeah, I feel like if I make it through here and here against Buffalo or Daddy and Scar, then I would most likely have Foxy for top 8. That would be an interesting match. If we assume I'm just not going to be biased or anything, and let's say I lose, then most likely it would be Scar for top 8. But it would be could be a Scar Foxy run back, where they actually fought in top 8 winners of, what was the tournament again? Combo Breaker. And then Foxy was actually up 2-0, and then Scar reverse 3-0'd him in the first 3 of the entire tournament. He reverse 3-0'd him, which was kind of funny to think about. But that's basically what we're looking at for this block. So one person out of these guys is going to make top 8 on the winner side. Hopefully me. If we continue, I3. So one person out of these guys also to make top 8 on the winner side. We have Gross versus Dragon straight out of pools. I think that's kind of crazy. Dizzy versus Gambler, DJT versus Bio, and Samij versus Burrito Voorhees. Over here, Gross Dragon, honestly, I feel like Gross is such a strong player, but I have seen that last time I checked, he struggles against Cetrion, and Dragon's the best Cetrion. So with that in mind, I would think Dragon would beat Gross, but I kind of feel like Gross is going to be more prepared this time around. But let's say Dragon beats Gross. Dizzy versus Gambler, I want to say Dizzy's going to win that. DJT versus Bio, I do think that Bio would beat him, even without the bias there of us being brothers. Samij versus Franco or Burrito Voorhees, I think Samij would take it, and then Bio and Samij would fight. At that point, it could go either way, but I'm going to say Bio takes it, and then he would fight Dragon here, because I think Dragon would beat Dizzy, personally. And then one of these guys would be making top 8. So then it would be Dragon versus Bio. And I'm going to be non-biased and say I think Dragon would be the person most likely to make top 8 winners on that side. So the predictions are Dragon, top 8 winners. Let's just skip my pool because there's just way too much bias in there. I also have SONICFOX predicted to make top 8 winners. And I think the last one was, for this one, H1, which was Hayate that I had predicted. So those are my predictions. If we look into my pool too, I'm going to just predict myself. But if I'm not going to say myself, I'm going to say most likely Scar. So those are my predictions for CEO when it comes to like pools and who I think is going to make top 8 on the winner side. The loser side would be a little bit too much to go over. But this tournament starts this Friday, which is June 28th. It's going to be on the twitch.tv/NetherRealms. Pools start at 12 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, it's gonna be a great tournament, so make sure you guys tune in. I'll most likely end up vlogging it too. If you haven't seen my my combo breaker vlog, Check that out. I'll have that like in somewhere for you. Maybe at the end of the video or something, I don't know. But check the vlogs out. They're a really cool behind the scenes experience if you're interested in watching more than just the video game and you want to see the players and stuff more. Really great to see. But thank you guys for checking out this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.